everyone, welcome. I'm Jen Ross, and this is the first video in the 4-part video series around letting go and living the life that you want to live with the fullest amount of freedom possible. A little bit about me. I am a therapist, a mentor, a coach. I wear many hats, but at my core, I'm an educator, and I'm super passionate about demystifying the breakdown and breakthrough process for you. It feels so important for you to understand that so that you have that as a tool in your toolbox. So awesome, let's get started. Today we're going to talk about how to recognize that you actually have something to let go of, right? Like before we do anything, we need to know that you have something that you need to let go of. So here are the signs that you have something that you need to let go of, or that you have something that is ready to shed, ready for you to emerge into a beautiful butterfly from a caterpillar. Here are the signs that you may be a caterpillar. So you feel disconnected from yourself. You feel like you've lost connection, you don't know who you are. You feel like you've lost connection with the outside world. So your sense of where you are in the world is unknown. You feel really sad. You feel angry all the time. You are so anxious that you can't make it through a day. You are feeling stuck. You may even feel like you cannot put one foot in front of the other. If any of those things are the case, you are in the right place. Welcome. So this is why we hold on to things. Remember, I said I'm an educator and I'm really passionate about demystifying this whole process for you. So I want you to understand that holding on to things is really strategic. Like, you were smart in doing that. That was probably part of your survival. As a young child, we learn certain beliefs and we learn certain stories, and they become part of our repertoire. They become part of who we are. So of course we're gonna hold on to these things. But here's what I want you to hear very loud and very clear. You now have choice. So you're an adult now, and the fabulous thing about being an adult is that you have the choice as to whether or not you wanna hold on to these things or whether you're ready to let go of them and be free. Okay, so you're probably saying to yourself, well, Jen, how do I get to where I know that I'm holding something back? Like, how do I get this information? Perfect. Great place to be if that's where you're at, because I'm going to tell you. So here's the deal. Go get a journal or open up the notes on your computer. Do that right now. So I want you to pause this video, go get a journal or a piece of paper and a pen, or open up the notes on your computer. Okay, I'll see you in just a moment. Okay, welcome back. So I'm gonna ask you a series of 12 questions, and I want you to use something. So whether it's the notes on your computer or a piece of paper or a journal, I want you to use something that you can hold on to, because this is material that we're gonna refer to throughout this series. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you the question, you're gonna go ahead and write it down. While you're doing that, you're gonna pause the video, and then you're gonna start the video back up, and we'll come back to question number 2, so on and so forth. All right. Ready? Okay, here are the questions. And one thing that I want you to know is that we are using relationship today as a mirror for yourself. So a lot of these questions are going to be about relationship. And again, the relationship is the mirror to who you are, because that's the way it works in this world, right? We're all mirrors of each other. Okay, so here's question number 1. What are the common traits that your current or ex partners or lovers all have in common? So for instance, I want to know if you're always the person who's dating the dark, swarthy, mysterious guy or girl, or say you're the person who is constantly with someone with a communication deficiency, or you're with someone who you tend to be with people who are so high that they can't come down to the ground. Okay, so do you see where I'm going with this? What are the traits that your current or ex partners, lovers all have in common? Okay, so pause and answer. Okay, question number 2. So what are the ways that you relate to these people? So this is from question number 1. What are the ways that you relate to your current or ex partners or lovers in your life? So for example, you could always be the person who's taking care of everyone, or these people specifically. Maybe you are always deferring your sense of power to these people. Maybe you are constantly compromising in these situations. I don't know, this is your story. So go ahead and write down, what are the ways that you relate to these people? These questions are gonna scaffold. Okay, next question. What are the themes that show up in these relationships, so the relationships that we just spoke about, that also show up in the relationships with your parents or your primary givers? So I'll say it one more time. What are the themes or the patterns that show up in the relationships that we just spoke about from question 1 and 2 that also show up in the relationships with your parents or caregivers? Okay, next question. What is your relationship to authority? So for instance here, do you resist authority? Do you defer to authority? Are you scared of authority? Do you have a trusting relationship with authority? So what is your relationship to authority? Okay, the next question is, how does the relationship that you just identified that you have with authority mirror the relationship that you have or had with your parents or your primary caregivers? Okay, next question. Where do you feel most out of alignment in your life right now? Next question, kind of a big one, so I'm gonna parse it apart a little for you. What is the unconscious payoff in being out of alignment? And you may be saying, I have no idea. So I want to help you. Go back to the one that you answered around being out of alignment, and then check in and find out, what do you get from that? What do you get from the world from that? So for instance, say you're out of alignment is that you're always stretched too thin. Well, what do you get from being the person who's always showing up for people? Do you get praise? Are you getting praise? Likely praise. Okay, next question. So what do you need from yourself right now to come back into alignment? And I know that's a little bit of a tricky question too, possibly. So I want to help you out. So right now, in this very moment, when you're feeling, for instance, spread too thin, what do you need to come back into your center, into alignment? And if you're not understanding what center means, that's fine. Stay with me. I'm going to keep explaining all of these things, okay? So what do you need right now to feel better? Maybe you need to stand up and shake your body around. Maybe you need to give yourself a hug. Maybe you need to hug your child or hug your animal, or maybe you need to just feel your feet on the floor and take a deep breath. What do you need right now in this moment to come back into alignment? Okay, everyone, thank you so much for being here with me today. I really am always humbled by your courage to show up and to be yourselves and to speak your truth. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I offer one-on-one sessions via Skype. So if you're feeling like something came up for you that's really big today and you need some support, please go to my website, visit liveyourfreedom.com. You can book a session online, or you can reach out to me and we can book a session together. I'm so happy to support you. I absolutely love what I do, and I love that you're part of this. Okay, so be well, and know that we're gonna follow up on all of this in the second video. So if you're like, I know I love what you're talking about, but I'm not fully on the page with you, come back. Come back anyway. I wanna see you through this entire process. Please make sure also to leave any comments or discoveries from today right down below this video. I would really love that. And again, be well, be good to yourself, and I will see you next time.